played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name. But if I did, well really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. 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 I did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth. I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name, but if I did, well really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. 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 I did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing.
To shut me down, showing the best of Apollo Creed. Oh, the Rick is here. Brianios is here. Who else is here? Let me turn this shit down a little bit. We want to get rolling like the DJ in days. Finally. Yeah, I tried, brother. They tried to cut me off. I had to take it down quick though. But I hope everybody that has been a fan of my man Carl Weathers, whose older brothers had as an in-shape dude, you know what I'm saying? And look at, that was on camera, was Carl Weathers. We look at him, we're like, hey, this is a jacked up dude. That's the best we can do. That's the best I can do on the fly. Shout out to him. And also, ladies and gentlemen, she is back, and it is no other than the Light Queen. She's a killer queen. Good to see her. Light Queen is here. Good to see the Light Queen. Who else we got out here? The Rick's gonna go over here. We got Brianios is in the house. Technically Tim is here, and he says, Rick, you gotta get your man's OG. Vince McMahon is on some freakazoid shit. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Iron Mike is here. Who else we got in here? We got some kind of bot or something, whatever it is. He said, James Gunn the GOAT. That's what Brianios said. I don't know about that. Parker would come in here and be all over that James Gunn stuff. But, we all know how we start the Watchtower, ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday. On the day that the Rick didn't even go to church. Yes, the Light Queen has her own theme. That's what I'm talking about. So we always start with the domestic box office. Yes, we do. So let me get that on the screen for my people here. Let's see what we got here on this box office. All right. I heard it's going to be a dud here. All right. So, all right. Well, where the hell is it?
Rick, have you been on X?
I have not been on X. What happened?
The fact that We Want Cody has been trending, if I'm not mistaken, damn near what, 24 hours now?
Hey, look, they're gonna have, we gonna talk about what's going on with that whole.
Let's talk about that as a topic.
Not only that, TMZ and US Today is covering this shit now.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, I see a hashtag We Want Cody or something.
Yeah,
Dark Mode Fusion is here. What's good,
like the wrestling community is split down the fucking middle.
Yeah.
It is split down the middle badly.
Hey man, look, this is the kind of stuff you got to be prepared to to go through here. And look, man, I think they made a mistake by going with Rock, but we're going to get into that. But first, we are going to get into the weekend box office. And what we have here is domestically, folks. We have Argyle as number one in the box office with $18 million over the weekend, which is terrible. Star Wars will do that on a Thursday release.
On a Thursday late night release.
Yeah, that's bad. And then you got The Chosen.
That is really bad.
Season 4, episode 1, 2, 3.
New movie with Samuel Jackson.
Who is Argo? It might be. Let's see.
Argo, I think Henry Cavill, whatever.
I've been seeing commercials of it. That's
I've been seeing commercials of Argo. I thought it was on Netflix.
Well, Bookkeeper is number 3. Wonka's hanging in there at 4. Migration at 5, Mean Girls at 6, Anyone But You at 7, American Fiction at 8, Poor Things at 9, and hanging out at number 10 is the Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which we have all been keeping an eye on this movie because it wasn't doing so well. And now if we take a look at Aquaman, he's at $423 million. As his intake, which is not bad. Not bad
for a comic book movie.
No, well, not only here's the thing, Teddy. We're judging this from what the first one did, so that's why we're saying the first one did over $1 billion. So now you have this one that hasn't even hit $500 million. So people are going to say that's a flop. So that's
true. Yes.
That's what that is. Hey man, that you judge by your actions from the past into the future. So they're calling it a flop.
So hold up, Rick. So you're just gonna gloss over that domestic part, right? You're just gonna gloss over that?
It's pitiful.
That's what you just did.
Well, the problem is, all right, so we have that domestically, right? So domestically, it did 120 million. Will Smith does that in a weekend.
That is bad.
Yeah,
that's what
that is fucking bad.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
Lord. And then not only that, internationally, like 302 million. Really?
But see, again, is it really Amber Heard? Is it really
because of Amber Heard? It's really because of her. I'll be dead honest.
That's what people are telling me. They say, "Hey, it's Amber Heard. It's Amber Heard."
Because of her. I can tell you that right now, sir.
Oh man! So look, man,
I'm telling you, if they would have came out with something saying, "Oh, Amber Heard's been kicked off the damn and all her shit's been repurposed," it wouldn't have done this bad. It's because of Amber Heard. I guarantee you.
Well, unfortunately, brother, the movie is not doing what everyone wanted it to, or to produce. I mean, you gotta listen here. I'm not making excuses for the movie. It did bad in a time where people were on strike. Finally they come out of strike. You had a little time to promote it. I mean, it wasn't a lose-lose situation. They had already pushed it back. So I mean, hell, what were you going to push it into 2024? I mean, it probably wouldn't have hurt to push it into January because this box office has been freaking dreadful here. But we keep track of the box office every week, and it hasn't moved. It hasn't moved well at all. In fact, I'm going to do a poll. Do you think?
But I heard that James Gunn asked to have the movie do a bunch of reshoots because they wanted to take out a bunch of Zack Snyder stuff from the movie. So I don't know if the movie was good or not. I did not see it. I guess I would leave that to you, Rick, to tell us what your thoughts on the movie was. Like, was the movie good enough to do better than it did, or was it justified with that box office?
Well, let the Rick be honest with you. The Rick didn't go to the theater to see this. The Rick did what most brothers do. They go to the barbershop and learn how to
pirated.
Yes, I pulled a Lavon. Oh, Lavon, and we got 9 likes that I see right here.
Jesus, Rick.
Yeah, so
allegedly, Rick pirated. Allegedly.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, man. I'm not gonna put myself
don't criminalize yourself.
All right, well, fine. Here's the deal. Lavon pirated and he let the Rick watch it. So here's the deal.
God damn, Rick!
Wow. God, Jesus Christ,
So that's what happened. All right. So anyway, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I think you can tell that they heavily edited this movie. You can tell. Like, if anybody that's been in a theater, I've been a theater student, you can just tell certain things just don't fit or were added or were taken away. It's like a Frankenstein of a movie here, because you can tell that if Mira is supposed to be the queen of Atlantis, she is supposed to have a prominent role in raising her own child. They mostly only showed Aquaman with the baby and stuff like that. So a little different. And why she's still alive. So it was a little, again, can I judge it from a black market freaking watching it? I don't know. I always said I would never put that kind of garbage on a Rick's 8K TV. But
but you know the story, Rick. So what was the story like? That's what we want to know. Like, was it a good story, or what I mean?
The problem is the story was a miss. Now listen, the best part of the story is my man, Black. What's the name? Black
Manta.
Black Manta. That is the motherfucking man. He got some powers for some demon, and he didn't even have the power suit, and he was slapping all of the freaking Aquamans. The Sea Master, they went and got him, and he beat him up. He said he doesn't have the power suit. He charged him. He ate a tiger uppercut, and came running at him. Like, it was crazy. Like, he beat him up. And I was like, yeah, this is what I like. Black Manta finally got to show you what Black Manta is in the comics. He's a fucking force. At the first one, they had him sitting there crying over his father, and, he was basically a pussy, was Black Manta in the first one. But this Black Manta here was a fucking terrorist. In this one, boy, he was a problem. And it showed because he was beating them freaking the Atlanteans up. As usual, they move the goalposts and shit happens. I wasn't really into it. As far as, because it was a black market movie, and I have a hard time adjusting to when scenes are dark. I can't get the whole gist of it. Just because we talk about it every Sunday, I kind of force myself through. I don't even think I even watched the end. I was just looking through it. So, that's what it was. And like Dark Lord Fusion said, Amber Heard was in about 4 or 5 scenes. Yeah, you can tell that the damn thing was heavily edited, and it's a shame, but I guess this is the last of the Snyder.
This is the last of the Snyder ones. Before James Gunn starts his new thing that somebody tried to take over, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, the Light Queen had reminded me that this was a family show. I think I said a bad word. I might have.
Do we know when this is going to be on Max? Because I would really.
I think it's on there now, but you got to buy it. Oh, no, it's not Prime. You could buy it on Prime. Yeah. I don't.
You can buy it on Prime, but it won't be on Max till maybe 2-3 months from now.
And I'm telling you, jabronis, right now, don't you dare buy this digitally,
because it took forever for Barbie to get on there.
No, because they wanted to get those movie receipts. I mean, she did about almost $2 billion. But I believe
her and Oppenheimer.
Walmart.com has steelbook versions of Aquaman and the Marvels up for pre-order right now. If you were to go to Walmart.com. So, that they're going to take on what Best Buy had as far as the lifting the heavy weights.
Hear about the Marvels, Lord have mercy.
Getting the physical aid, man. Collect one, you click. Listen, you're talking to a guy that fucking went and bought Morbius physically. Just, I mean, I get it. The game was shit, but I'm sorry. The movie was S, but you know, I had to get it because, you know, as a comic book fan, comic book movie fan, again, a Watchtower show on every Sunday, you gotta fall in line. I didn't want to buy a PS Portal. I didn't want to buy a PSVR 2. But these are things that have to happen. You can't go talking about something if you're not living in it. See what I'm saying? So that's what that all comes down to. Now, on to the next topic. We might as well just a segue right into Carl Weathers, who was all the brothers had at the time. Listen, man, this brother here.
Heard of him from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's probably where. Listen,
that's probably where majority of people heard from.
Yeah. So before he was helping Happy swing a club, he was Apollo, and he was also my man. What's the name in Predator with Arnold, which I thought was one of his.
It wasn't Duke, but God, what was his name?
He wasn't. Let's see. What was it?
That's the only thing I remember him from is the
because I remember Predator. I mean, shoot, Predator. You had a who's who damn near.
Oh, Predator was all guys that can lift weights. If you couldn't be
exactly,
he was Dylan, you son of a bitch. Yeah, it was Dylan. Yeah, so he was Dylan, and we did the job that we had to do to get done, Dutch. That's what we do. We're expendable. And he was talking that shit, and and then when the shit hit the fan with the Predator, shout out to Dark Love Fusion. He said, Dylan. He said, my bad, Light Queen. I'm sorry. No more swear words, I promise. No more swear words. Hey, you got the Light Queen's got the kids in the car. We got to watch it. So anyway, so he's in Predator, and they had the part in the Predator where, they got to make the traps for him. And it just so happened that these brothers all had bottles of baby oil to put all over their bodies while they're sitting here making all these traps for the Predator. Next thing you know, Arnold's taking his shirt off, he's flexing, and now Carl Weathers want to show that Apollo Creed bod. Actually, he was bigger in here than he was in Creed.
Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was jacked up in this freaking Predator movie, bro. And he's pulling the wires down, and you see all the veins and stuff in him.
Yeah,
I mean, that was the scene. And then Jesse Ventura, former pro wrestler, he's in there. So everybody who was on the steroids or the HGH,
this shit basically was a promo for bodybuilding.
Yeah,
this thing here was basically advertisement for bodybuilding. That's all that this movie was.
So now I'm gonna read this little bit snippet here. This no way covers everything that he's did. I remember he came out with his own movie, Action Jackson, starring him and Vanity. Was in there. That was a good movie. I remember my parents took a couple of my friends when I was a kid and to go and see it, but we didn't know it was an R-rated movie. And, we got there, and the next boobs were popping out and stuff, and my mother's like, "Oh man, we took these kids to see this movie. It was Action Jackson." I was like, "Hey, that's what I want to see." So Carl Weathers, who starred as Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky films and appeared in Predator, Mandalorian, Happy Gilmore, Action Jackson, Arrested Development, and dozens of other films. The TV show died Thursday. Yep. His family announced he was 76, who deeply saddened to announce the passing of Carl Weathers. His family said in a statement. So I won't even go into all that other stuff. I mean, we all here with heavy hearts. I gave a nice little tribute to him beginning of the show until they started threatening me to take it down because the stream was showing MGM.
Let me ask you a question, Rick. Did they say how he died?
Just natural causes, died in his sleep.
Well, we know there ain't no such thing as natural causes. He had some kind of ailment.
Yeah, something caused it.
Yeah, he had some kind of ailment. I was looking in here. It doesn't say anything. No, I don't see anything, but we'll find out soon enough when they give you the autopsy report. Usually come out a month later. He died. At least he died in his sleep. Wasn't suicide or anything like that, where he was like depressed or anything like that. But again, prayers go out to his family. Carl Weathers he's an inspiration to a lot of the black actors out there coming up. That shows that when you lose your muscles, there's other roles for you. He wasn't jacked up anymore.
But the crazy part about Carl Weathers, like this man had work for years.
Yeah.
Like it ain't like he was just, he disappeared one time and then just magically came back. No, he was working in the 70s, the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s and beyond. Like this, like he was always working.
He was. Listen, he was, it's a shame because you know, a lot of people remember him recently for like Mandalorian and Happy Gilmore. He did other roles. You know, he wasn't just, you know, locked into that kind of role.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
he was I mean, you know who else was a good, if you were gonna ever compare Jonathan Majors to somebody, it would probably be Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Because Carl Weathers and Jonathan Majors both have range where, you know, they have nice bodybuilder type bodies, but they can't act. You know, she says she loves all the Rocky movies. Yeah, and that Rocky movies, the Apollo character evolved. He was a SOB, you know, arrogant, whatever, and he ended up becoming friends with Rocky. And in a tribute that I had up, you see how it was when they was hating each other. They was in the wheelchairs, yelling at each other. And then he became friends with him. And then he trained Rocky. He tried to show Rocky how to be like Muhammad Ali. Basically, he was like a Muhammad Ali knockoff in the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
You know, foot speed and stuff, you know, very arrogant, trash talking, you know, that's just what he did or whatever. So, you know, that's kind of how Carl Weathers portrayed the Apollo Creed role. And I like being Apollo Creed in video games. I remember Rocky for Sega Master System. They had Rocky up there. You know, obviously they had his likeliness and everything. And it was cool, man. You know, it was cool to see him there. But again, comparing him to Jonathan Majors, I did that because these are guys that are in great physical shape, and their acting range is like unlimited. Like the performance that Jonathan Majors gave in Loki seasons 1 and 2 was astronomical. It was great. He showed that he can be a great actor. You know, unfortunately, watch it like Queen. You know, unfortunately, you know, he doesn't have the part anymore. But you know,
No.
yeah, you know, so.
And his career is probably over. Maybe. Who knows?
Well, Tyler Perry.
I've seen worse.
Yeah. Tyler Perry gave him a few parts to come in and you know, and to do something and you know, to keep him out there. You know, that's always something that would happen there. So that being said, later on,
Tyler Perry, he got to do his good good Boy Scout. Got to do his good Boy Scout award.
Oh yeah,
every so often.
Definitely, Levon. Where you at,
so
brother?
Jeremy Renner. Renner. Okay. Talks returning to MCU after harrowing recovering from snowplow accident. I'll be ready. So yeah, this is a Hawkeye. If any of you guys don't know, he's itching to pick up his Hawkeye bow again.
Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he get in a little bit of Jonathan Major-esque type trouble not too long ago, where they were questioning?
I don't know about that. I never heard about that.
I don't know anything about that.
It was something, but it seemed like it just wasn't made into nothing. Like it was something, but it sounded like it was false.
I don't.
Sounded like it was just some people just trying to say some shit just to bullshit someone. But anyway,
easy children in the car.
Oh, sorry. It seems like it was some mess, just trying to mess with people. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm happy that, you know, he's talking about returning to the MCU. Seems like almost everybody's talking about coming back.
So it happened with him. Apparently, I guess his wife was during the divorce settlement. Pacheco made serious allegations against Renner, including physical abuse, drug abuse, and death threats. She claimed that Jeremy emotionally, physically, and sexually abused their daughter. Whoa! Their daughter, as well as placing a weapon in his mouth and threatening to pull the trigger. Jesus
Christ, guy.
How the hell is he allowed to pick up a bow again? What are we doing here? My God.
Was he found guilty of any of these allegations?
Well, it's a divorce settlement, so you know it's not really a trial per se. It's just a.
But see, that's what I mean. Is that anybody could say anything, and then it could be nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm just saying, did they go to court and establish that yes, he was found guilty of all that? Because if any of that is true, that is crazy. That's nuts.
Oh, all right. So Jeremy Renner wanted Hawkeye to die in the Avengers. It's just an article here giving like a timeline of some of the things that this brother has been going through. Yeah, Renner reportedly said he faked multiple heart attacks on set, which is more egregious. It's one thing to be frustrated about a storyline. All right, so that you got that. I mean, I don't listen. All I know is that Renner's wife, Sonny Pacheco, accused him of abuse. They said that he was on drugs and stuff. I mean, come on, which Hollywood guy isn't? But I mean, these are serious allegations here.
Seems like everybody's all on drugs except for Robert Downey Jr. He's been
So he
for
said
about
he'll
20
be
some odd
ready.
years.
Whoa! Shout out to Big Stout who's out there. What is good, brother? Big Stout, what's good, brother? Yeah. So I don't know if with Jerry Renner, look, if they introduce him to, I mean, you see that was a body double though with Echo, and we'll get to that when it was supposed to be that scene where Ronan was in there with her father, like, but then they showed his face at the end when he pulled the mask off. So, you know, he does have his likeness being used inside of the Echo series on Disney Plus, by the way. So, you know, I guess he's gonna be. I mean, he's one of the Avengers that isn't dead. You know, so I guess you use him again. But I don't know. Maybe Disney dug into the crates and found out that whatever he was being accused of is he didn't do it. I mean, I don't know. I can't call it, bro. All I know.
I'll be honest with you. Either way, if he gets the role or doesn't get the role, I'm fine with it either way because they already have another Hawkeye in the MCU. So
yeah. So it's like one of those things. Is, you know what? Either or, it's gonna be all right. Shout out to Big Stout for stopping through. Appreciate you, brother. So that's all I have on Jeremy Renner. Levon, you want to add anything to this? Anybody else? Teddy?
I don't have anything, honestly.
I don't have anything.
I never really was like a Hawkeye fanatic or.
He's a poor man's Green Lantern. You know, I mean.
Yeah, that's basically what
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. Sorry, Green Arrow.
Yeah, Green Arrow.
I mean, let's be honest here. After we've seen Atreus with arrows, Aloy with arrows, this guy doesn't. You know, he doesn't really.
I'm kind of arrowed out here, man.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't fit the bill what we want to see here. So, shout out to him. Briadio said Hawkeye needs a standalone movie. Man, don't you start that. Don't you start that, Briadios.
Y'all kill me with that. He needs a movie or a video game. No. Everybody don't need a movie or a video game.
We gave him his own series and it burned to the ground. All right?
Look, this just goes to show you, everybody don't need everything.
Get him up out of there, man. I mean, I get it.
He's a side character.
Yes.
I know y'all Hawkeye fans really want him to be a main character, but he's not.
Well, he got a cool costume for kids at Halloween.
He's a B+ player, okay? I'm sorry. He's a B+ player.
Is he a B? You really think he's a B? He might be a C.
Oh damn!
More of a D+ player, but he's around there.
Think about that. Nick, think about this. If the Hulk is a B character, he can't be a B. He's below the Hulk.
Okay, then he's a C character.
Yeah, he's a C guy because Hulk's a B character. So yeah. Happy trails to you, Jeremy Renner.
Supporting role at best.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Guard the base. That's what they'll tell that.
He doesn't even have any powers.
Exactly.
Think about it.
All he got is arrows.
Think of they should have did it like the Ultimates. The Ultimates, Black Widow and Hawkeye were like the government was trying to like reproduce Captain America, so they kind of had a little bit of super soldier powers. And I always thought they should have did that.
I mean, Buck, if you say that, you got to also remember Iron Man, Batman, a bunch of people that don't have superpowers.
Yeah,
so,
but
you know what I mean?
I'm thinking of like the end of the first Avengers, though, when like him and fucking Black Widow, they're like holding their own with fucking Captain America, and they got no powers at all. It just didn't. I don't know. It was always kind of fake, but whatever. Oh. It was still popular enough. It worked out. You know, people still fuck with Hawkeye. So
right. Well, shout out to Big Rick. He's here. My father's in the chat. So you know I can't be cursing now. Oh, man. Man, my hands are tied. He said, kids in the car. 12 likes. So, Levon, steer the ship.
Here's a character that's more relevant than, say, Hawkeye.
Oh, I mean, really? And who's that, brother?
Deadpool.
All right.
Let's be honest. Deadpool's more relevant than Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah, he is. Because Deadpool's kind of tied in with the X-Men and Wolverine. So yeah. So I would say that. Read.
So, this is about the Deadpool trailer release prediction. Here's when it's most likely to debut. Where is it? Probably
the Super Bowl.
I won't be watching.
Production is finally complete on Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. But when will the first official trailer be released? Deadpool is already one of the most anticipated upcoming MCU movies. Do you guys agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
but
without a doubt.
Not just because it's in the MCU, it's because of success when it was over there at Fox. So we want to see if, you know, the what do you call it? The momentum is going to carry over. Now, I remember a certain guy saying that he wasn't going to do any more Wolverine until they showed him the checkbook. That's the only reason why I'm a little down on Hugh Jackman, because he was talking crazy junk. I'm not playing Wolverine. I can't work out with The Rock no more. I can't. Here's the checkbook, sir. I can. Yeah. I can. Yeah.
You know that's part of the game. That's part of the game, though. With Hollywood. This is what their managers tell them to do.
Yeah, but Buck, just have your agent talk to him. Don't go in public saying weird things like this. I mean, come on, man.
Well, maybe that's what he.
Ryan Reynolds had a lot to do with that, also. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. It's his friend. It's his buddy.
You guys do realize these actors have a union, right? Just go to the guy and say you want more money. Yeah, don't fight. Don't fight in the magazines.
I'm about to say they all got the SGA. They got full-time benefits, all that shit.
Yeah, no, listen, don't look. You got real people out here out of work, and you guys are getting $10 million to put on some tights and say 3 lines, and you're complaining. That's all you gotta say. Don't tell me that you're too old. You don't want to work out no more. I'm in my 40s. I work out every day. Please.
But that's what gets the numbers up.
Just
so
like
he's grifting the studio with that shit. That's all. You know, let him get his money.
Just like like Queen said, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's go. So now,
so this article thinks, you know, the people that made the article, they think it's going to be on February 11th, which is 7 days away.
No, I think Super Bowl. I think Super Bowl is next. So Super Bowl, that's the 11th. Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah, that's Super Bowl.
Yeah, 11th. Yeah, that makes sense. Right during the Super Bowl. I mean, hell, that's the biggest time you got to, to show your commercials is best, and it'll probably get So you got to get I think you pay the most for the first spot after kickoff, like after the kickoff first happens, and you show that first spot. I think that's the most expensive spot. I think and it might be. I think it'll be in that. I don't think it'll be later. It's definitely going to be before halftime. Because, you know, you got to keep people's interest here. I don't know. This game might be a good game, but again, Cowboys aren't there. The Rick's not watching. So, it is.
You really ain't going to watch the Super Bowl because the Cowboys ain't on there?
I haven't watched the Super Bowl in the last 5 years.
I bet you're going to watch that trailer on YouTube.
Mainly because my aunt, she now lives in Virginia. She used to come up for a Super Bowl party, fry a bunch of chicken and all that stuff. And then the problem with that is I had to take the next day off of work because if anybody's having a party at a black house, they don't go home when you ask them to. They'll stay there all day. So then, you know, you got a choice. You want them to take all the plates that they can take so you don't have all that food all laying around. So it was just tough. And I used to always have to burn a personal day on that Monday after the Super Bowl because I was up so late cleaning up. You know, the kids were up. They didn't really want to go to school the next day. Dad, we were up eating chicken, and it was just pizza. Bro, my Super Bowl parties was crazy. This is when I was almost 400 pounds now. We'd have White Castles. We have pizza. We have chicken wing. We have the blue cheese dip or whatever that stuff was, man. It was all chips and everything. 8,000 calories, sweet tea. I mean, all of this. It put you in a diabetic coma. All of that stuff we used to have. There's no way I could have made it to work anyway. It was brutal. It was brutal to kill you. But anyway, Parker, I see you high down here on the panel.
About Deadpool 3? How do you feel about Deadpool 3 objective?
Listen, I don't see it moving the pendulum at all. For MCU, right? No,
DC
I know.
Because
let me hold on. I don't think he's a big enough character anyway. He hasn't been portrayed as a big enough character. He hasn't. Deadpool.
Wow.
Are you looking at the movie? Right, let's be honest though.
Well, Parker, let's pull up these Deadpool receipts.
Parker, that's a $1 billion franchise. You should know they didn't move the needle. Both movies made over 700 each, and it's not a big enough character.
I gotta agree, Parker. I don't know, man. Your comic book prowess. Listen to this, Parker. Look at the return on investment on this. Look at this. Deadpool 1 cost $58 million. That's it. Hell, we can shake down New Haven to get that kind of money, and it made $782 million.
I'm saying, but if you look at the character though, he's not being billed as this. Like, I don't think it's the most anticipated.
Parker, when you're plus 700 million, I'm sorry, brother.
No, but what I'm saying is, as a character itself, it's not. I'm more anticipated like an X-Men movie coming to the MCU.
This would be a pre-X-Men movie, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's a X-Man in there.
Like this is the X-Men movie, Parker, because all the X-Men, most of the X-Men I heard is coming back to the movie. So if you want to see an X-Men movie, this is going to be it.
I expect to see Charles in there.
I mean, Deadpool now, like even in the comic books, he wasn't. Not even.
Well, he's also a young character too. Deadpool's a very young character. He was in the 90s, I think he was created. He's not one of these.
Think about it this way, Parker. Like how long those movies have been out. Like people have like grown up with the Deadpool movies now. So
the question was anticipated to the MCU. So now I look at the character.
We haven't seen the marketing yet. So once you see that kick in full gear, we'll see what.
It's the movies, the Deadpool movies. Like I've seen them before. It wouldn't really be like an anticipated movie for the MCU. My personal opinion, though, maybe like an X-Men or something, though, whatever, right? Or if they was to do like maybe like an origin story of Thanos or whatever, right? Or something like that.
Are we going
or maybe Doctor Doom.
Oh, Doctor Doom. Yeah, Doctor Doom will work.
Yeah, but Deadpool, no, that it won't be like anticipated.
I think Parker just hating on Deadpool.
No, man, Deadpool's more relevant than Hawkeye, man. I'm just being honest.
Say it again.
You're not too objective right now, bro.
Yeah,
he said he's not too objective right now. Oh man!
You look at the character though, right? And how his movies are done. He's not a character. Oh, it's just so anticipated him come to the MCU. No.
Well, that's why they fluff. That's why they fluff it with all these other characters. Like they put.
Hold on. What you said, Levi? No. What was Levi saying?
I don't know, Levi. What'd you say?
Deadpool's more relevant than Hawkeye. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, facts.
That's not saying much.
Oh man, Parker, did he just take a leak on freaking Hawkeye is getting beat up this whole show, bro? Oh man, Buck killed him. Parker killed him. Levi, poor Hawkeye, bro. He is done.
Yeah, don't depend
on the country.
Yeah, I'm slandering Hawkeye today. I am.
No,
Clinton Barton is a legend. Come on, man.
Oh man,
what?
Barton's well, he getting smoked today, brother. Oh my God, he is in trouble. Yeah. Nobody's loving this, brother. Hit that like button like like Queen said. So anyway,
I'm about to say,
but I just wanted to rebuttal just a little bit against what Parker said. You said it's not gonna move the needle, but this is the only MCU movie this year. I don't know if you're aware of that. I'm not saying there's not other comic book movies coming out, but this is the only MCU movie in 2024. So I think it's going to be
2024 this whole year.
Yeah, because we're going to have other movies like Madam Web and
yeah, which is, let's be honest, that's a C movie. I could have filmed that on an iPhone.
I don't count them either though. But like I'm talking when that's what I'm saying.
This is the only MCU movie that's coming out this year. So I feel like there is going to be a lot of hype behind this movie, being that it's the only one coming out this year. And I feel like it's probably going to put $1 billion with all the X-Men characters that's going to be in it.
As long as it's not crappy, I think it'll do big.
Yeah, I'm not saying what it's going to do, but when we talk about the MCU, we talk about an old, real big universe. You know what I'm saying? So I look at most anticipated for me would be like an X-Men movie. See what they're going to do with that. You know, because like you go back to the 90s, the X-Men was running Marvel, really, basically.
Yeah, they were.
The comics, so like, that's what I'm saying. So to me,
but Parker, this is a segue to like an X-Men movie, though.
And the Wolverine
transition movie.
Yeah. And I didn't like the Logan movies anyway.
You didn't like the Logan movies?
Somebody stop that man! What's wrong with him?
No, that I didn't really like that portrayal when he was doing.
Oh, I'm gonna. Hold on. I gotta timestamp this. This is Parker being a hater. Oh,
it's not being a hater.
I gotta timestamp.
What you mean? I didn't like the Logan movie. I didn't like the portrayal how they had Wolverine in that spot though.
I like the Wolverine. I thought that was a solid Wolverine movie.
You
No, I'm talking about Logan though. I didn't really like Logan.
Logan goes without saying.
I gotta write this down, man. 44 minutes in. 44 minutes. Parker is a hater.
Oh no! Listen here, like we don't get you about being hating now, but listen though,
I destroyed the Xbox brand yesterday. What are you talking about, man? I ain't no hater. I wouldn't tell it like it T.I. is. There's nobody realer than the Rick. Nobody. I tell it like it is. So you, on the other hand, has slaughtered a Logan movie that could have been nominated for an Academy Award, and you just destroyed it. Oh my God!
I ain't really like the Logan movie, like be honest.
Oh
with you,
man!
What did you dislike about the Logan movie? Like, I wanna.
Yeah,
it did make it cry. It did make it cry at the end.
I finally understand Parker now. He's a big DC guy, and it's like
it's showing. It's showing right now. I guarantee you right now.
Runs that man's life.
Parker has a Superman cape on in the boots right now while he's sitting at his computer.
No, even though I'm a DC, but like I didn't like the Logan movie. Right?
But look at it. Hold on, Parker. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these accolades, boy. Hold on. Look at this. So it was nominated. Hugh Jackman, Best Actor. Best Adaptation Screenplay nominated. Won. Excellent in production design for a contemporary film. Nominated Best Adapted Screenplay. Nominated Most Promising Performer. Nominated Best Action Movie. Nominated Best Supporting Actor Patrick Stewart Charles. Best Young Performer. Nominated Best Supporting Actor Patrick Stewart. Nominated Best Science Fiction or Fantasy. Nominated Best Film finished in 9th place. Best Director 10th place. Best Actor 9th place. Breakthrough Artist of the Year nominated. Best in the Empire Awards. Hugh Jackman won Best Actor. Best Female Newcomer Daphne Keane won. Best Sci-Fi Film nominated. It also won Best Music. IGN Awards. It won Best Action Movie. Bro, look at this. The MTV Awards it won. Like, go. But I can go on and on to your nominations. You don't even have to, Rick.
I can find a lot of other movies that get guys get nominated as well.
Parker, what MCU did you like? That's the question.
I liked all the Captain America movies. Right.
By the way, there's also a American Academy Awards nominations in there, so you can't say that this Parker. I don't know.
No, what did I say? I didn't say it was a bad movie.
Let's hear them out. What
I didn't say. All the Captain America ones, right? Obviously, the first Avengers and the Infinity War, those two are the best Avenger movies right there, though. I watched some of the 4 movies. They was okay, nothing groundbreaking, nothing like that. Obviously, Spider-Man, okay, nothing groundbreaking, right? And so it's only been like a few Marvel movies, really, that really hit the Black Panther, the Black Panther, the Captain America, right? And the 2 Avenger movies, though. To really look at it. And you had maybe one good Iron Man movie, the other one probably so-so. So really look at it, it hasn't been a lot of big hits. They like money, right? Like Captain Marvel,
I agree.
Hey, money.
They haven't had all the greatest scripts, but that Logan fucking script was like.
No, me personally,
kids in the car, Buck. We got PG.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So, from the comic standpoint, what I seen for like Wolverine, I didn't really like the Logan movie as much as probably the other X-Men movies, though. Right, and stuff like that. I never said Logan was a bad movie. I just didn't really like it though. I thought they would go like a different route with the fine buttery cinnamon ass. I believe it had the Animaniac who's like sick.
Coons like you give the African race a bad name. Coons like you.
That was like, I didn't like that iteration of the Wolverine Logan they were showing in that movie. That's why I didn't like the
suspicious. You don't find
not
that
saying it was
suspicious.
A bad movie. Yeah,
you don't find that's suspicious.
So, that's why I didn't really like it though. And you look at the Marvel's MCU, it hasn't been a lot of great MCU movies though. You had some that made some money, but it hasn't been a lot of great MCU movies though. You being real.
I agree with you. I think there's a lot of nostalgia for that first phase. Like people always complaining about the current phases, and I'm like, go back to those original, like Thor. I mean, those were all like kind of.
It was okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were okay. They're just we were familiar with them. They've been around long enough. So
Yeah, the first Avengers and Infinity War were the two best, probably the two best Marvel movies though. I listened to right. I remember I see Spider-Man was okay, whatever. Ain't pushed the needle or nothing. I'm saying, just be real.
All right, listen. All I'm saying, Parker, you're coming off kind of like a player hater. I'm
No,
just
not.
saying. Come on, Parker. This
Wait,
film.
so Parker, so the last Spider-Man movie didn't push the needle, going over $1 billion?
No, I'm not. You see, you misinterpret. I'm not talking about as far as making money. I'm talking about as far as the character itself, though. What it was doing. The Infinity War did that, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it was a multiverse movie that brought 3 different Spider-Man together. I'm trying to follow your logic, brother.
No, I don't think like Spider-Man. It was okay. It didn't really push the needle though. For me, though. I'm not talking about how much it made and stuff, right?
No,
As
me
a
neither.
character-
I just told you that it was a multiverse movie that brought 3 different Spider-Men together. That's why I said it's hard for me to follow your logic. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I don't think Spider-Man didn't really push nothing though. I mean, like, you know,
when did making over $1 billion?
I'm not talking about money though. I'm not talking about as far as making money though, right? And stuff like that. I'm talking about as far as the character though. We talk about MCU. It hasn't really pushed the needle, Spider-Man though, right? You really look at it with MCU, but look at the MCU the state is in right now. See what I'm saying? Look at it.
That was not Spider-Man's fault.
No, Sony let him bring him over to the MCU, but like Spider-Man didn't really do nothing for me though. Like I go without watching Spider-Man.
That's you.
You know? That's
you.
all I'm talking about. Me. That's you. Yeah,
buddy, you are like the 0.00000000001%.
Is enough, and it's time
it's my
The very minority. The very, very minority.
Yo, let's
Willie Styles is here. Shut up, Willie. Willie Styles, let me ask you something. Since you just came inside the Watchtower, Willie Styles, how would you rate Logan? Did you think it was a bad movie? Do you think it did not move the needle? Please, Willie Styles, let me know. Matter of fact, I'm going to put up a poll. Let's go with this thing here. The hell with the Deadpool poll. I want to know if anybody enjoyed Logan out there. So let me get this poll up. Go ahead, Parker. Continue hating. We'll just finish here.
I ain't hating though, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy, they was all right. You know, like low budget characters did well, right? You know what I'm saying? But other than all the other stuff, Marvel's been on a downspin though. MCU, right? So, and it's not surprising.
On that DC wagon, man.
15 likes. The Light Queen is spoken. 15 likes. All right. Briardio says Logan was fire, but Bryan Singer could have made it better. What are you with this Bryan Singer? Well, listen, stay away from that man. Briardios. He's gonna put something in your drink that's gonna make you think. And might go in somewhere where it doesn't blink. I'm just telling you, leave that man alone.
Wait, whoa.
Rick, let's ask Mello what he thought about if he saw the movie.
Mello, did you see Logan?
Absolutely.
Now,
What did you think of it?
Did you think it moved the needle?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why
it was his last one.
Right now,
I'm about to say no disrespect, but Parker's opinion is his opinion. But
Yeah.
the fucking movie was fire as hell.
all right, so we got a poll up here. Did you enjoy the Logan film? And 86%
I think
say
that
yes.
a lot of people got. That's why a lot of people was upset when the actor that was playing Wolverine stepped down. I believe, or say he wasn't playing the role anymore.
Yeah, he said this is
he
basically
said
gonna
that
be my last time
till
playing
his pockets
Wolverine.
got right.
Yeah, because he literally fitted the goddamn character so good that yeah, like no, that's one of those mistakes that they should have never happened. But because of one, the player, I mean the character was relatable, and then on top of that, they actually got the actor right to play the role.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that definitely was a great movie, hands down.
Great.
Oh man,
Yeah, it was a great
I
movie.
vote great.
Logan was an amazing
I
movie. I
vote
loved it.
great as well. Anybody who on the panel think Logan was great? Buck.
Not great, but okay, it was great for the industry and our future comic book movies.
Good, Anakin.
The script is very solid, though. I would give that the script a 9 out of 10 out of comic book movies, though.
Layvon, what did you think?
It was pretty good.
All right,
It
Teddy.
was one of the better Fox Marvel movies.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Deuce.
I love that they made it rated R, and that's what made it great for me.
Parker, looks like
they
you
could still
on Adventure Island by yourself.
Yeah.
It's his opinion, but
They were still able to sell the toys and market it towards.
Well, they were doing the old man Logan arc on it, so it had to be rated R.
That's true.
Riley Carvel. Hey, everyone. Kristen. Oh, Chris' daughter is here. So you guys got to watch your mouth. And now I got to read that John Laurinaitis article, which we're going to end the show with and talk a little wrestling. We got to edit that a little bit. Yeah.
Lord. Oh, Lord. I forgot about that when when you're talking about Vince made me a victim. I'm like, oh, they turning on each other. Oh man.
Hold on. Maybe you just want to talk about Echo and move that to next week.
But I don't care what anyone say. Baby girl could have moved out the way.
Hey, man. Matter of fact, now that we finally realized that Parker was tripping on Logan, we can move over to the Vince article. You know, we don't have to get too. Hey, listen, Parker, your opinion is fine. We're not gonna kill you for it. But
so tripping though, right? I watch the movies like everybody else. I just have a different conclusion on the movie. So how I'm tripping though?
You mean
I never said the movie was bad. I just said I didn't like it.
No, Parker, we never hear you bash any DC movies ever. So that's why we kind of.
I never did.
Did Aquaman 2 move the needle?
Oh, I ain't see Aquaman 2. Probably not. I mean, if it's flopping, I'm pretty sure it's not, right? No, it's not going to move the needle because it's not being part of that new what James Gunn is doing. So, yeah.
He has a lot of optimism of James Gunn.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah. So Aquaman 2, he wasn't going to move the needle anyway, though. You know, so
we need a new Superman. We need to stop with the evil Superman thing. So I'll support it until it looks crappy. I'll
I disagree, Buck, because I love Brightburn. Brightburn was a great movie. I'm sorry.
I didn't watch it. I don't think it was.
Hold on. My man Willie Sniles is answering the question I asked him 20 minutes ago. He said Logan was good in my opinion, but I don't feel like they aren't capturing Wolverine's rage right though. Yeah, that movie has to be rated like X. He said, I'm used to Wolverine being the small, fast animal thing, backstabbing and killing prey. Yeah, kind of like...
But no movie
he said they got to work on his personality. Yeah, but you know what, though? People laughed the Rick out of the building. When I said that, when they were talking about casting Danny DeVito as Wolverine, I said, yo, that's not a bad... If you're going to go... All right, watch your mouth. Teddy, we got girls in the car. Yeah. So if you want to catch the comic origins of Wolverine, he was... I mean, what is a Wolverine animal? He's a little scrappy animal that attacks. Like a black mamba.
No. Not DeVito, brother.
Oh man,
Danny DeVito though.
DeVito ain't it.
All right. We'll get AP the shooter to do it then. All right, somebody short. All right, it has to be. All right, listen.
Peter Dinklage.
No, Wolverine's not a dwarf.
Dinklage?
Yeah, he's not a dwarf. Buck. Oh man, Buck, you went all the way down.
About having a
he's going to be Toxic Avenger.
Oh, God, tier greatness is here.
You got to give him knives. You can't even give that man claws.
Oh man,
did you say that?
Peter Dinklage.
No, I'm saying like I don't think anybody has truly in any movies has portrayed Wolverine. This rage that people are talking about, like it just.
Hell
no. You're never gonna get that, like, because of one, you gotta make it enough where people can watch. I mean, because the rage is basically come with a lot of like guts and feeling. No director's doing that. Like, no Disney's gonna even allow that at this point. Like, I think you guys are asking for way too much. Like,
now see, this is where again the physical stuff comes into play. If you bought the 4K Blu-ray, you would have the uncut version that you can't stream, that you would put on said DVD. But these jabronis only want digital, so they don't want to listen to the radio.
Oh my god!
He's read about the Blu-ray.
They gotta do it anything.
No, if you look at a lot of movies, even like stuff like Man of Steel, like Batman v Superman, the stuff that came on Blu-ray and the Blu-ray parts weren't even on cinema.
Yeah.
You know, they can do that with Blu-ray.
Wait, what movie again?
I'm just saying, like, you know, movies, when they like Man of Steel or Batman v Superman, like Blu-ray versions, yeah, they could do uncut scenes like on that shit that they wouldn't put in theater in front of people.
Oh, what you talking about the Snyder cut that they did?
Yeah, you see how brutal that was, right? With the whole dark side when he was in Atlantis, the way he was brutally murdering people, but you didn't really see that in the theater. But when the Blu-ray came out, like you seen all of that. Like he was wilding. Like, but yeah, that's what usually happens because in the movie theater, sometimes they do filter out stuff, based off the audience members and whatnot. So,
all right. Well, now
hopefully we can get there because they allowed the first rated R MCU movie with Deadpool, so hopefully they can take it there.
And that series, the Echo series, I think that's rated. Maybe it's not R, but PG-13. Yeah, well, we got to go over that.
I think we could thank Logan and Deadpool for why we got the Snyder Cut eventually, and he was able.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So take that, Parker.
Go ahead.
It moves the needle. It moves it.
A different type of needle. You know what I'm talking. Yeah, that type of needle. But go ahead, Rick.
All right, so real quick, I want to go over Echo. Obviously, it's only one season. Episode 3, I thought it was a little slower than the first two were. All right, you see where the character was going. You knew something was up when they had her and her family, gun to the head, they're dead, and then they call the dogs off. So you knew then that only Fisk can make a call like that. So now you're starting to see, at least what I'm seeing, hopefully, I'm only on episode 3. Hopefully now you start seeing Fisk get involved, and it ended with her, looking at him or whatever. And he showed up over there on the reservation over there.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think Fisk, and you notice that if you look at the outline of when you go to Disney Plus in the thumbnail, I guess you would call it that, they make him they CGI the size of him. You see how big he was? Like they made the king. He's huge.
This was a big guy.
Yeah, they made him huge, but the on-screen character is not as big as that. So, I don't know.
They got the same guy playing this?
Yeah. Same guy.
Oh, good.
Rest in peace. Michael Clark Duncan would have did it better because he was actually believable.
It would have been a good one with Michael Clark.
Vincent D'Onofrio, I think he's 6'4", but he's not as heavy.
No, he's not as heavy.
Michael
Clark Duncan said you got to be about 350. Michael Clark Duncan said he got up to 350. He said I had to get up to 350.
That's a big Joker, man. That's a big Joker.
Yeah,
that was a big Joker, man. At the time, that fucker was yoked. My bad. That Joker was yoked. Yeah. Matter of fact, no. Yeah, I said Joker. That Joker was yoked. There you go. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm saying my bad, man. Shame on me. And cuss.
Yeah. So, all right. So that being said, we're gonna move over to
your topic, Rick.
We're gonna
go ahead and read the article, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna end this show with WWE stuff here. We are wrestling fans here. Most of us. Parker likes wrestling. I myself, Teddy. I don't know too much if Buck does anymore or anything like that. But Mello was interested in the stuff that's going on in this wrestling.
Yeah, I'm just interested with the drama. Go ahead.
I still listen to wrestling
and that's
podcasts.
WWE right there. That's just a men's soap opera.
I fall into one of the wrestling fans.
This is way more good, though.
Now, for those who don't know, Vince McMahon had been brought up accused of some horrible things. All right. So, his co-defendant, John Laurinaitis, has now done a heel turn on Vince. He is now saying that he is also a victim. Not just a woman, but now Laurinaitis is saying that he is the victim. Vince McMahon's co-defendant in the bombshell civil sex trafficking lawsuit is now claiming he is a victim of McMahon's actions in a stunning turn against his ex-WWE honcho. Bro, this is bigger than the turn Hogan and freaking on Sting and Savage and them. This is bad. This is worse than NWO.
Yeah, boy.
Man, this is bad. He said John Laurinaitis, WWE's former head of talent relations and fellow defendant in the lawsuit filed by WWE ex-employee Janelle Grant, was allegedly recruited by McMahon to have you-know-what with Grant. Mr. Laurinaitis denies the allegations and the misguided complaint and will be vigorously defending these charges in court, not the media. That's what his lawyer said. Now, King Reaper is here. Now, here's what I would say about this. You guys are nuts if you think TKO is going to let this thing go to trial. They are going to offer her a settlement. Yeah, it's got to be a settlement. The stock will go in the gutter if this thing goes to trial and hear all of these egregious things that allegedly happen. You lose sponsors. You might lose your Netflix deal. You're going to get hurt. Now, they're going to throw an offer at her. They're probably going to start low at about $3 million because that's what she was promised. Now, she might say there's punitive damages. They might offer her a cool $5 million to go away. Now, because here's what happens. Rich people have power and money. Now, there is another avenue where they can get the text messages and probably say, hey, look, we can prove that you was in on it and you were liking what you were doing. So if you want to save face and you don't want to go down this road,
Hold on. Let me tell you why this might just go down like that. Because of one part. In that one part during that whole thing, if you've seen the court things, Vince, I will say he defecated on her. And I don't know about you, but she kept doing what she was doing while Buddy Bo was doing that. Now by all means, baby could have moved to the left or the right. No, baby could move to the left or the right. Because I'm telling you, y'all know you heard that grown-ass man grunting. They nasty. But anyway, they could hit off with that. And then not only that, they could also hit it with, well, honey, while all this was going on and now you coming about it, why you accept the gifts? And it wasn't just a few. It wasn't like, a few gifts here. No. Yeah, she was getting years worth of gifts.
Good call. She never turned the gifts down.
Not one time.
Not one time. The Light Queen. Whoa. Hold on. The Light Queen says we have 18 likes and we also have a new subscriber. I didn't even see that come up. Shout out to the new sub. We appreciate you coming here. We gonna do this for you 3 times a week. We appreciate you subscribing. Listen, I already told you guys we hit the 300 subscription mark. We are giving away a PS5 Slim because apparently nobody wants an Xbox. That's what's going to happen. He said, what the F is going on? Vince is crapping on women. Yes, he did it. He did it, Willie Styles. Yes, he did.
If you're going off of that,
he did.
what you said, Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if we going off of what you said, Ricky, in the original topic of opening up with this, they don't want this to open up and go into a court case.
Absolutely not.
Where it potentially interferes with the deal. So, with that being said, we can't allow that to go into the court hearing about the defecation and the text messages and et cetera, et cetera. So we have to settle in a sense, regardless if she was with
I was
her
saying
or
if she was playing hardball, Bello. I'm talking about if she was playing
hardball.
Yeah. Let's say,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but what if she wanted, what if she told him, said, I want $1 billion? Like, if she they'll tell her no way.
In court and it drags on, it can potentially harm the deal, the bigger bag. So I'd rather get out in court. If she was owed 3, they most likely gonna bump it up more due to the fact of the deal with the TV deal and stuff and how detrimental it might be. She probably end up getting 5.
Well, like Willie Styles is right. He said she fit 25 mil. He thinking 25 million. Now, I think that if she said something egregious, like if she was, now I'm telling you right now, Vince McMahon is cheap. Look, you see, he gave her the $1 million up front and he wanted to give the rest. I'm telling you right now, if she comes out of her clothes, so to speak, and says that she wants 50 million, they're gonna tell her, you know what, let's go to court.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, no,
because
they're gonna say we got the fighting power.
Yeah, 25.
I will say this. I will say this. 25. Yeah, no, she out of mind if she even wants 25 million. All they got to say is, honey, you're not getting 25 million. And she mess around and be like, oh well, we can go to court. Okay, we can go to court, and then they can also find out that you accepted those gifts. And you still haven't, and you never gave them back.
She violated the NDA. So she could be, because they could tell her, look, we don't got to give you nothing. You violated the NDA by talking about it. Like, remember this, you signed that paper saying you wouldn't talk about it. So look, it can go like this. She can get as much as maybe 10 million or as low as the 2 million that she was promised.
See, what happened?
That's more reasonable at that point.
Now Lil Miss messed up when she decided to sign that NDA. Yeah, and all of a sudden, the only reason, because I'll be honest with you, I hate to say it, but the only reason why
she messed up though.
Well, the first thing, I think she messed up by, like, I think, and listen, nobody wants this to get out. I think she ruined, I think she killed her leverage she had, because she could have bought this up without it going public saying, hey, look, I need $6 million now since you didn't pay me the 3. But now she got to wait for the money. They're going to put it into some kind of trust and make little payments. In the sense that
she probably wouldn't even have got that money at all. So apparently this wouldn't have came out if they would have gave her a little 2 or 3 million, whatever the case may be. So it going to court and she end up getting 5.
I think it goes back further than that, Mello, because Before she did the lawsuit, the leaks already came out about this. That's what got Laurinaitis fired to begin with. So I think once that happened, that's when he probably said, I'm not paying you. I told you I give you the other $2 million, and you broke NDA. Yeah. You went and leaked this information. Think about it. It's not an accident that Vince McMahon went and hired Bruce Pritchard and all his good old boys again back to the company because he was preparing. Let me ask you this, Rick.
Was it proven that she leaked the information to that individual?
Well, listen. When you sign an NDA, there's only a couple people in that room. I mean, it's got to be her.
There was other people in the room.
Well, listen. Well, it's either Vince McDivitt or her, and I'm pretty sure it's not the lawyer. So, I'm pretty sure that Laurinaitis isn't out here, admitting that he was with a woman who had, feces on her head. And
So, okay,
she could have moved out the way now.
Have you mentioned the part about Johnny Ace saying he's a victim and all that stuff?
Yeah, we just read the article. Yeah, his lawyer's coming out and said they're going to defend him in court, but not in the media.
I think that changes a lot.
It does.
I will say this.
He was a victim.
Yeah, now he's going to want money too. He's going to want money.
I will say this. I will say this. Y'all, people be forgetting. Who's the company lawyer?
McDivitt. Well, he's Vince's lawyer. He's Vince's lawyer.
Well, he's Vince's lawyer, granted. Jerry McDivitt. I'm telling you this right now. This is the same Jerry McDivitt that went against Congress in the steroid trial and won. This girl don't want to take this to court.
Well, Willie, it's funny you say that. Willie Stiles says, in litigation, women suing companies and billionaires is nasty. They will give her what she wants. Looking at P. Diddy, that chick, handsomely. Now, billionaire McMahon. Now, hold on. The difference here is Willie Stiles. Willie Stiles is 99.9% right. The difference is, suing Diddy, he's just a person. He's P. Diddy, his personal whatever. She's suing TKO, which is a giant entity that owns the UFC and the WWE. It's a little different. P. Diddy just say, I thought I told you that we won't stop and just pay the money. He's done. These big corporations, P. Diddy's not publicly traded, okay? TKO is. And they're going to be like, listen, before you crap on our brand, so to speak, we will make you look crazy. We will find information about you setting up the breakfast in the morning to get with him and not Vince initiated. They'll find bro, that's one thing about text messages. They never go away.
It's a little bit of that, Rick, because even though Diddy did what he did, pause, he ended up losing a lot of Ciroc deal. He ended up being the
he lost a Ciroc deal?
They separated they separated him from his new liquor. I forgot the name of
man.
He had to step down.
She didn't have to sue his companies because she implied it. If you look at the original complaints and stuff.
Well, I mean, naming names. Vince is already out of the WWE altogether.
Say that again,
There are people in the label that she was kind of naming that could have come forward as witnesses. She didn't really have to sue the companies. It's already implied in the complaints.
Okay. Fair point.
They don't want to get involved, No, so she just was kind of alluding to, this executive was here and saw this, and you.
That's one thing about publicly traded companies. They don't want to be their shit in the public. They just want to.
So that was her leverage,
right?
He said, destroying the brand at that point.
I didn't know Diddy stepped down. Oh man!
All I know is this: when Slim Jim backed out, Vince was out that door.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. They changed the locks on him. Yeah.
TKO was like, hey Vince, I want you to go ahead pack up your stuff, man. You done here for the day.
Yeah, we're gonna need that card key.
Turn in the car key.
All right. Well,
turn in the car key at reception.
With the kids in the car and stuff, I think I don't really want to get too much into this allegations, but I do want to end the show on talking about WrestleMania.
Oh
yeah. I mean,
my
God. For those who don't know, Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble 2 years in a row. And he cashed in his main event, and he lost to Roman Reigns last year. So he wins it again this year, and he's pointing to Roman Reigns up in a box. 19 likes, and so
I want to point this out. Vince McMahon is out now, and they're still CM punking dudes. They're CM punking Cody Rhodes. Basically.
So
nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Now,
but it's different.
Oh, it's different. You know why?
Board director is literally over here CM Punk and these guys. Now.
Check it out. Whoever would have thought that the Samoans would be more powerful than the McMahons?
I never would have imagined it.
You would have never thought that would happen. All the years that Vince was calling the Samoans savages, underpaying them, had them living here in Hamden, Connecticut, in a 2-family house, and all of that stuff. Once you put The Rock on the board of directors, oh, by the way, his daughter is now the general manager at NXT. Oh, by the way, Nia Jackson's getting a push. It's just, this shit is crazy. Not coincidence. I believed
at all.
One of the Usos' wives, didn't she come back? I think she came back.
Trinity just came back.
Yeah, so Trinity came back now. So all I'm seeing, you know what? And the funny thing is, they didn't give any details if this was going to be a title match or not. I think you might have Cody face him at Elimination Chamber because I don't think, unless The Rock wants to come back as a full-time wrestler, you can't have this match be for the title. It has to be for the title of head of the table.
Here's my whole take on this stuff. Like, just the way that it went down is just straight up tasteless. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, shoot. Like, I never seen someone look so dejected in my life. Like, Cody looked like he was getting ready to cry out there.
Well, I mean,
over this. And me personally, Cody's better than me because I ain't that good of a Christian yet. Me personally, I would have went into business for myself. Come this Monday, I would best believe I would have been on a mic and I would have been calling out everybody who was a part of that whole situation.
Let me ask you this, Teddy. Do you think this happens if CM Punk isn't injured? No, I don't think so either. I think CM Punk got hurt and they panicked.
It was a catalyst.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they panicked.
Not only was it panic,
they panicked.
It literally opened the door for Rock to do what he did. The first step in it was, hey, I'm gonna get to the board of directors, and then now I'm gonna put all my family in a position to goddamn be, successful in this business.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
That was the first step. When Punk, now the second step was gonna find a way to go ahead and get with Reigns. It may not be this WrestleMania, but we can go ahead and make it for next WrestleMania, which was probably gonna be the plan anyway. But with Punk getting injured,
I think The Rock's age
right there
has something to do with it
too. That's my way in.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a Hulk Hogan, and I'm going to go ahead and go in there. Like, this is WrestleMania 9 all over.
Yeah, he went over there. Creative control. I mean, it's sad because we all wanted to see Cody finish his story, so to speak. But you got to remember this too. There's 2 nights of WrestleMania. It's not just one night.
It is.
It's 2 nights. So if you have Cody against Roman on night 2, who's headlining night 1?
What if it's all the work too?
But also, I will say this: that whole YouTube video, that 18-minute YouTube video, that thing has surpassed over 500,000 dislikes in 36 hours. We want Cody Rhodes, hashtag we want Cody Rhodes, has been trending on Twitter for 24 hours.
They have to see that. They could make
something.
Oh no, WWE it has gotten to the point to where there's reports from Fightful Select that that WWE is watching closely the reaction of all this.
Mm-hmm. They're
minute by minute, they are literally watching the reaction on Twitter right now.
This might be a good thing. Like they're getting more people. They're gonna.
It's a great Mike. You know what they had to do? This happened. The same thing with Daniel Bryan. Remember this?
Yes, it did.
Where Trips was running roughshod about he was gonna be, and then they went and the Yes movement went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Riley likes LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight. He's like a rock combo. I like LA Knight, but unfortunately, Riley, LA Knight's not a name like The Rock or like CM Punk. Like, you need 2 big names because you got 2 different big nights. Yes, Cody's a big name. Cody's the biggest face in the whole company. Now, listen.
I'll be honest, he's the biggest face in a long time, boy.
But you know what? This might be a work. How about this? How about this?
I feel like it's a work, but at the same time.
How about this? Man. They give Cody his title shot and Rock turns heel. and he's been the head of the table the whole time. And he says, I'm the tribal chief. I'm on the board of directors. My daughter runs this. My cousin runs that. I'm the real tribal chief.
That would make for a really good storyline.
That would be brutal.
That would be a brutal storyline.
Rock turns on Cody. Cody says, you know what, Rock? I got to take him on. And Rock goes, hey, you know what, Cody? Yeah. Rock says, that's fine. I love it. You know, I respect your father and this and that. And then he got Roman for the 1, 2, 3 on the second night of WrestleMania. Rock bottomed his ass. And then boom, the whole time the Rock was there. And now
no. Better yet, he pulls the ref out. Decks the ref. And then just stares there straight at Cody. And Cody just got this face of, I can't believe it. That's why more
people are going to tune in. Everything you just said. Yeah. This thought in the back of the head of every mark
about that.
Is always, is this a word?
And then now, I'm going to tell you this. Right now. Raw's getting hijacked. Yeah. Raw's getting hijacked on Monday.
Now think about this. Now Cody, he doesn't have the feud with Roman. He has it with Rock now. Now
that's big. I ain't gonna lie, that's big bucks too.
That's big. Cody and Rock is probably ticket wise bigger than Roman and Cody. Because Rock did the heel turn.
Yes.
See, Roman's lost kind of his heelish ways because he's done on TV enough. He only defended his title 6 times this year.
Exactly.
So he's running out of, heat. He's getting cheers when he walks through the ring. Roman Reigns is getting cheered, and he's supposed to be the company's top heel, and he's getting cheered when he walks through the ring.
But I'll tell you this: but for Rock, right now, even if he hasn't screwed Cody over yet. I guarantee you, if you smell that, I cannot wait to see the boos that man's about to get.
Listen, if they
are going to boo his ass out the building.
And you remember what happened the last time he got booed out of the building? They turned him heel against Hogan.
Yes,
they turned him heel against Hogan. So listen, The Rock is like a switch. What do you call that? A what's the name knife? Because he can turn heel.
Switchblade.
He'll turn heel, and he'll be a
and
good
he's
heel.
Good at listening to the audience. He's good at feeling the audience, feeling the energy.
Yep, definitely 100%. So that being said, we think Cody got the short end of the stick. Teddy's right. I think Raw will get hijacked. And
Raw's definitely getting hijacked. I can feel it.
I might not even go to Monday Night Prayer tonight or tomorrow night just to see what Raw's going to do because they got it. I think Rock might have to be there or something. Something's got to happen.
He has to be there. He has to be there because now they got to start the build up.
Yeah, you have to.
They got to start the build up because what the press conference is what in 2 days.
Yeah,
it'll be in 2 days. Monday.
When does Raw come into Netflix? When does that start?
Raw comes next year,
2025.
Oh man, whole year.
Whole year.
Whole year.
So hey, listen, that might be it. But listen. I want to thank everybody that came through. Ladies and gentlemen, thank God that the Light Queen is back. Shout out to the Light Queen. A round of applause for the Light Queen coming through on the road, checking the likes, checking them twice. Hell, she even got us a new subscriber. Shout out to the Light Queen. The Light Queen's the best. She's taking care of business. So that being said, shout out to her. Shout out to Brierios, who always comes through, always on time. Who else we got on here? We got, I'm technically Tim, Iron Mike. Who else? This is a whole lot. Dark Lord Fusion was here. My father was here. Buck in the chat, roughing people up. Shout out to Riley. She's here. She came through. She likes WWE. So do I. We're going to get along just fine. Shout out to Buck on the panel for coming through. Buck, my man. Shout out to Mello coming through. He was here because he wanted to hear the Vince McMahon stuff. Shout out to Levon for giving us structure. Shout out to Parker for being a hater but offering his opinion.
Oh my God!
You see you win the shadows after that.
shout out to him. But it's a good thing. Shout out to Dark Lord Fusion. It's a great show. Shout out to Teddy for coming through. Teddy under control. Don't usually happen. Teddy,
man,
yeah, Teddy,
rare.
Teddy under control. Haven't seen in 6-7 months. And see, this is the Teddy we need, not this
trouble. Took a spoon of peanut butter.
Yeah, but this Teddy, this is the good Teddy. This is the good Teddy where the first live show I ever did was with Teddy when we talked about wrestling, not the Teddy that was we freaking put the battery in his back and he want to fight everybody and he talk about being a dancer and all this other stuff. That's different. But again, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Thank y'all for coming through. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. I didn't go to church, but I am hungry. I got to get my ass something to eat. And thanks for keeping it as clean as you guys could, because we had the girls listening in the car. I really appreciate it. And my father, too. My father be sending me a bunch of texts. Son, you can't be cursing like that. And this, Big Rick still carries a big stick, but I'm bigger than Big Rick now. So that's that.
That ain't gonna sit well in Sunday service too.
That's all right. My father's old now. He can't take the Rick. I'm too big. But anyway, he knows it. But anyway, 21 likes. Thank you, Like Queen. Thank you, everybody that attended and participated and that tweeted the show out and helped us get a sub. We are on our way to 300. Don't forget, we get our 300. You guys get a PS5 Slim because nobody wants an Xbox, apparently. Shout out to Thriller Ali, the vice president, for guiding us. Prayers would be with Ty's grandmother. They had to rush her to the emergency room. He shared that with us. Shout out to Nico for trying to hold me hostage for $20. He said, "Hey, I made these thumbnails and I didn't get paid."
Hey man, pay that man for his talents, man.
He pulled Ultimate Warrior.
Listen. All he had to do was go inbox and say, "Hey Rick," he said, "Well, I did a show around holiday time. We took the whole month of December off." So So you gotta let us. That's why I told him. I said, from now on, Nico, put it in the my DM so that way that's how we do payroll here. So So
hold up. He pulled Ultimate Warrior.
Respect good business.
Loud in the general. All he had to do was just text the Rick or send me a DM. He can see like I'm a slumlord or something. Nobody has ever asked me for something and not gotten it. Pause.
I don't know, man. I don't want to bring up that check. They keep talking about that bounce, but we ain't gonna go there.
First of all, you guys are all digital. There's no such thing as a check. Okay, so you can't be talking about physical stuff. There's no such thing as a bounce check. Okay, so that being said,
I'm not saying it came from you, but there are bounce checks.
Where? Who the hell? Listen, Parker.
I'm not saying you though, but I'm saying
Parker. On February 4th of 2024, who in the blue hell is still writing a check?
Apparently you. Your Stone Age ass.
I'm not saying you believe, but like
you believe in physical.
I'm be honest with you, Mello. I haven't picked up a writing utensil in about 3 years. Everything's typed. I don't even know how to write my name anymore.
You believe in physical checks, right? There you go.
I don't even know how to write my name, bro. When I had to go get a new car, they told me sign this, and they handed me a pen. I didn't know I thought it was a straw. I didn't know what the hell to do with it. This is for my coffee. What are we doing here?
But other people gotta go out and write money.
Good is here. I don't know who you are, brother or sister, but I appreciate you for being here. So listen, might be a bot. I don't know, but listen, thank y'all for coming, and I got to get up out of here because my green beans is burning. I smell them. Oh,
don't forget about Helldivers too.
Oh, we're gonna be on the Helldivers 2 on Friday. Well, midnight on Thursday, right?
Mello, you getting Helldivers 2, Mello?
Thank y'all for coming through.
Well, I'm just gonna say no. I can't.